The CBSE's cup of woes runneth over. It is now emerging that the board knew that the OSM, that's the on-screen marking, was not ready to be deployed this year, and yet it went ahead with it. It ignored the warnings and suggestions given to it by its own panel that was brought in to test the OSM much before the exams. Members of the panel, and we'll be speaking to one of them on this show, are saying that during the OSM dry run in January, multiple technical and operational issues were clearly flagged to the CBSE. This happened less than a month before the board exams. Amongst the key concerns raised were reports of a system lag slowing down evaluation, visibility glitches during marking, and a complete absence of an auto-save feature that actually raised the risk of potential data loss during the evaluation process. In fact, what this panel very clearly told the CBSE was that they think the implementation of the OSM should be delayed by a year. They said more testing is needed, more training is needed. Therefore, questions are now being raised. Were the red flags ignored? And did the CBSE overlook critical system flaws that were flagged well before the examinations? Let me go straight across to Sudha Acharya, who is a principal in the National Capital. She's someone who was part of that panel that was testing the OSM before the exams. She's joining us on the broadcast. Sudhaji, thank you very much for your time. Can I ask you, in January, when you did a dry run of the OSM, what were the biggest red flags for you that you felt couldn't be rectified in a month's period, and therefore the OSM should be delayed by a year?
There was a dry run before implementing OSM. So few schools were involved, and few of us principals were also involved in that dry run. And while testing the technology, we could find out a few points and red flags where it was not user friendly. Some glitches were there. So accordingly, we gave our report. All the teachers also directly spoke to CBSE official, and all of us gave our view that without doing proper training, practice and orientation, this year it would be difficult to implement OSM. And then a few of us were called also for a meeting to discuss about OSM. So everything was going on, and we thought that it would be implemented. If so, then only for a minor subject or a non-academic subject first year, and it would be implemented in a phased manner. But it was not so. Suddenly we came to know that it is implemented for all the subjects for whole class 12. So that was the situation. It was flagged out that it was not perfect.
It wasn't perfect. In fact, your panel had recommended that it be delayed by a year, but for some reason the CBSE decided to ignore your suggestions. The question is why, and that is a question that the CBSE will now have to answer. Sudhaji, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, it's a wrap from me. Thank you very much for watching. Pranesh joining you at the top of 8. Do stay with us.